didn't do this live yesterday. Um, Schedule technical difficulties, unfortunately. So I'm doing it today right now. We're going to do our NXT recap, and like I said, probably so last week I'm probably going to start. Ended up doing maybe start expanding, seeing how everybody likes. I'll do a poll to see how everybody would inquiring the taste of AEW being included. So be another thing we'll probably add onto the platform. But let's get into it. So there's a continuation of the NXT Championship ladder match, ladder contender matches so far this week. Um, I believe there was a few other matchups that were on this card. Of course, there were a few segments also as well. Um, One of my favorite ones. It will be talked about later on this evening. But first things first. I believe this was the first match on the card. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not going to break down every sequence correctly or in order. So of course, let's begin. And so we had my favorite guy. I could say he's probably one of my favorite NXT heels so far. Ethan Page defended his NXT Television Championship against Del Rio. I'm sorry, make sure I got his actual name correctly. I don't want to sound really wrong. But yeah, Ethan Page, Elio LaFuro, and a nice contestant matchup. Of course, Ethan unfortunately got the upper hand by rolling up the tights. Of course, doing Ethan Page things. Of course, as we know him for as being a heel since coming into NXT, he has performed like for me personally, he's performed well as a decent heel, especially with his um, mid little rivalry he had with Javon Evans. Ethan has definitely came onto his own, especially once he won the NXT championship. So I have a feeling like he's going to probably be one of them faces that's be there for a minute. I really feel like he could probably groom more talent. Probably not groom, but probably build up more talent. Per se. Maybe he might get a main call roster. I don't know. He's kind of perfect on NXT. I don't know if anybody else feels like he'll be a main roster guy, but he's okay where he's at. And so next thing that was on the card was one of my favorite, Miss Parker. Miss Parker had addressed Miss Blake Monroe, unfortunately from last week, saying she won't dim her light per se, and let Monroe shine as bright. So of course, those two eventually are going to cross paths at some point. Of course, Miss Jada Parker taunting her, personally saying you gotta have something just to go ahead and back it up, and Miss Parker got a lot to back up. So I'm saying so. We're going to see this encounter happen at some point in time. They are going to be in the ring, even though Miss Jada Parker made a return mark on her per se. So that's the other thing also as well. The other match that was also on this card. Let me make sure I got this one correctly. Because eventually still leads into one superstar ending up returning. So this was for oh man, sorry. So Ruka and Ruka and Ren against Fatal Influence, and I get this is a number one contendership match for the women's tag team titles. So Ruka ended up pinning them with the Soul Snatcher, double Soul Snatcher. Prettiest move I gotta say ever. Pretty much the most innovative diamond cutter version I've ever seen. Um, Really awesome move. We're gonna give her credit for that. And I like the tag team of her and Ren on the same team. I'm not gonna lie. I probably would like to see them further down the line in the storyline. Maybe if they do singles competitors, hopefully so. I do believe they were in a what was that, the women's not Iron Survivor, but the women's man, women's tournament, women's tag team tournament about. So yeah, they were an awesome tag team. Honestly, I've been really interested to see more of them per se. Honestly, I seen So Ruga against her and Bailey. It was a pretty awesome match. Honestly, I do honestly enjoy this her style of matchup as a competitor against certain people. Like I said, her and Zari, they did captivate me as a tag team. So, I do enjoy. I do hopefully enjoy seeing more of them, and because there's a few more matchups and a few more segments that they did ended up hosting. So again, because Ethan Page after he won his match, of course, depending on how you like him, Ricky Starks ended up coming out, somewhat trying to dab him up. We're the future of this place and whatnot. So, of course, it was just funny per se. Let's see, Ricky. I think Ricky's going to be, um, the growing star to go ahead and the growing star per se as far as a heel because there hasn't been nobody here there since Adam Cole per se. And at this point, NXT could definitely use a emphatic like heel that can build more characters, like build more face characters. I believe heel characters have more impact than more face, depending on who in crowd, because face can only last but so long. And then I'm trying to see this other tag team. There's another tag team bout. Um, again, okay, so yeah, the woman, tag team champions. Okay, it's a pretty awesome matchup. I'm like I said, I'm still getting to view NXT more. Honestly, it's not okay. Chase U again, yeah. I haven't seen Chase U in so long now. Ooh, okay. Double stomp to the chest with neck breaker. Infinity Project. Okay, so I'm just like I said, I'm still learning more and more of NXT superstars. That's right. And Shiloh Hill, this was a number one ladder championship match against Lance Briggs. I mean, not a bad matchup. Like I said, I haven't seen I haven't seen too much of Shiloh. Well, Shiloh just, I mean, he just came in to be honest with you, and Diggs just like I said, he's been. Oh, and their matchup, like I said, that was the one that Ricky Starks was watching. That ended up having my man Tony D'Angelo ended up appearing at the end, and I mean, just slamming both to the mat emphatically. Which we thought that was going to probably be the end, but let me tell you something. He is um been doing a lot more so since coming back into the NXT, and I was hoping to see him cross paths with all the major stars at some point. And the next qualifying matchup was Legacy versus I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm still trying to catch up with some of the matchups as well. Okay. Ooh, Okay. Okay. Legacy. And Legacy qualified for the also ladder match also as well. Nice competitive matchup. Legacy versus Knight. Like I said, I'm just coming to see more superstars, and especially because they cross branded with TNA also as well. It's been also like I said a new intricate thing. Also, because like I said, you don't know what superstar. 'Cause I believe Joe Henry also has qualified with last week's win. So there's a lot here for me to go ahead and get and learn and new nuances. So yeah, NXT has been flourishing. I am just trying to take heed of all because it's been different. But different because I was so used to the Adam Cole, Keith Lee years. So now, like covering it more and more is honestly like interesting to see. To be honest, so and again, yeah, until D'Angelo comes back in and then ended up hitting Legacy and Knight. So it's like I said, NXT has been interesting. Gosh, yeah, Tony D'Angelo. I guess you have to have somebody like be able to run rush on because you have a lot of people now that can come up now, especially from in the WWE Speed now as well. Like I said, which is another small developmental talent. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tony D'Angelo was actually paid from paid from Ricky Starks to keep everybody down. Yeah, and Ethan Page, like I said, he's definitely came up. Definitely have it for me. Oh man, yeah. I'm gonna end up catching more of NXT. I definitely end up might doing a poll, like I said, seeing how anybody want me to cover AEW. AEW is also one of the interesting things. You gotta love the taste of it. So give or take how you, like I said, ended up liking that. I ended up liking more. I ended up starting to like it more so when MJF and they had and darn. I don't know. Probably not so much of the big WWE guys, but mainly like people that just couldn't get over. Honestly, that was what the other small independent companies were for. So, but yeah, um, I am going to cover more of NXT going throughout the course of the weeks and everything. Again, trust me. Uh, sorry about that. But if you are in the live session, please make sure you hit the like and also make sure you hit the subscribe also as well. And make sure you get more of my content, hit the notification button, and be more in tune with my wrestling recaps and also other recaps also coming up. And we are going to see about doing the Saturday night's main event watch. So make sure you tune in for that. And then we'll get back with you another time frame. Take it easy, everybody.